you ever asked yourself, why is it so hard to change? It seems like most of us have this idea of who we want to be. But somehow we're not. Why is it so hard to change? Have you ever asked yourself that? I ask myself that. There are actions and behaviors that seem outside of our control. But yet we know, somehow we know, that we just have to find that code, that manual explaining why it is we work the way we do. What to tweak, what to cleanse, what to strengthen, what knobs to turn to get us to where we want to go. But does it really matter? Do we have to go anywhere? Do we have to change? It seems like it's almost built into our biology that it's better if we don't change too much after we grow up. That somehow, maybe that would be too confusing for the human race if we all went about changing all the time. And that maybe part of what has kept us alive this long is the fact that we are able to count on each other, and that we won't change too much once we have overcome the first problem of life, which is to survive childhood. We've become pretty good at surviving childhood though, and maybe it's time we become a little better at choosing consciously who we want to be in adulthood. It's not easy though. But I see it, I feel it in more and more people that we're not satisfied with just being a fixed projection of what happened to us in childhood. We're not okay with the imprint of our lack of love or scolding from teachers, whichever it is, that imprint gets to decide how we carry ourselves throughout life. For a long time, I would get up in the morning And that personality in the morning, the guy that gets up early and meditates, then journals, doesn't turn on his phone, but looks inside, looks at where am I going? Well, that guy he's ambitious when it comes to change. But where is that guy later when it's time to actually do things differently? Does he just disappear? Is he not there? Those are the things I ponder. And I have answers for myself. Things I've come to realize about myself and my behavior. And things that are helping me move faster towards who I want to be eventually. But they're not universal lessons. They're part of my particular journey, my particular insight into why I am the way that I am, how I work. And slowly, for lack of better words, making me work better. Not because I have to, or anyone is expecting me to, but because life is just more fun that way. When you're not struggling against an idea of who you'd really like to be, and then squaring that against reality of who you are. It's not a fun space to be in. And whoever finds themselves in that cycle of seeing themselves as they are, holding a vision for who they want to be, and acknowledging that they are not that, and that they're struggling to move towards it, is not a fun place to be in. It can be quite frustrating. But I think it's an inevitable, what is that word? Inevitable. It's a step you can't skip it. You have to sit in that darkness. And you have to really become so frustrated with the fact that you're not moving in the direction that you want to be moving, that you start to question whether that is in fact where you want to move. Because I think that is probably the biggest problem when it comes to personal change and growth, is that we don't understand why we want to be the things we want to be. And if I just want to change myself because I want, more money or validation or, well, anything really that is a result of my sense of lack from maybe my childhood, of not getting enough love or getting enough attention from the other kids or whatever it is. If that's the foundation for us wanting to change, well, what we're really trying to change is, first of all, we're trying to change the past, which we can't, right? What happened, happened. And then we're trying to change the past by changing the circumstances that we're in right now. That doesn't work either. We don't really want to change in that situation. We just want our experience to be different, to be less of a struggle. So I don't think anyone really changes until they fully understand and comprehend why they want to change, and then they start to pick different goals, different targets for change. Change that is meaningful now, not change that was meaningful to the child. I believe when you become clear on what is important, what matters to you in this world, and who do I need to become in order to support that importance, change doesn't have to be hard. Doesn't have to be. But it's probably always going to take time, and longer than we want it to. And perhaps one of the things that plays a big role in the typical struggle of people wanting to change is that we expect it to happen immediately. And so when it doesn't, it feels like a failure. But it doesn't have to be like that. When change becomes a lifelong project, it becomes easier to accept that maybe it takes a day or two to actually create lasting change. And that we will eventually slip and fall. But that's okay. Don't you want to change? If you think about it, we have this one life, and we walk around struggling with trying to patch up the experiences of our childhood. And we have the same experience again and again and again. And we do that for eternity. I mean, if we don't somehow flick the switch internally and stop following the old patterns. We'll never change. Don't you want to change? I want to change. All the time. Consciously. Not like sporadically and frantically all over the place. But for me, change is starting to become fun. It'd be pretty damn cool to be part of that journey for other people as well. So those are things that I contemplate, think about. I look at all the people online that obviously wants to change. They want different things for themselves. Typically, they want success and they want money. What they really want is a different experience in life. One that feels more real. One that's less of an internal battlefield all the time. And a lot of the people are looking in the wrong places, if you ask me, but it's not up to me to decide where anyone should look for peace and happiness in life. Who am I to say? We've had very different experiences, so how should I know? But I think there are certain things you can look at and say, these, if you want to change your life, like really change your life, look here. And I think that topic is extremely fascinating. So that's one topic that has my attention at the moment. Both for the sake of changing myself, but also for the sake of being able to help others change. And I don't think it's an intellectual exercise. Too many people make it an intellectual exercise. And it doesn't work. It sells well. It scales well. Motivation and patterns and steps to get to happiness. No. You have to take your own journey. Look for guidance along the way. No one can tell it. Like no one has any answers for you.